Thank you, Maureen. Secondly, right now, we have one TV, and it's small with no closed captions. This is gonna be a dramatic improvement over
They
that.
had
So,
closed captions, they used to have it on there.
I know, we haven't had it in a long time.
And they
Now
used to
keep
have
it,
2 TVs in there.
yeah, well, now we'll have 3
I
treadmills.
think one was stolen.
Back,
Yes.
and one big screen.
I saw it on Craigslist, actually.
When one person is in the gym, they can flip the channels. If they talk to another person, they say, do you wanna watch the ball game?
Medicine balls. How are you gonna throw 6 medicine balls?
I think, excuse me?
You say 6 medicine balls?
I'll tell you in a sec. Where are the medicine balls? I'll tell you. I didn't say 6, pretty sure. I think I said 2. 6 medicine balls.
What are you gonna do
6
with
medicine
6
balls.
medicine balls?
Well, I can tell you that they're gonna be various weights of the medicine balls, depending on what you wanna use it for. Use it for sit-ups. It's an important part
Yes,
of
but
a
he's
workout.
talking about proportionate to the size of the room.
So there's room?
That is-
There'll be places. There'll be places. We have it situated properly. Yeah, no, it's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna look really, really, guys, you're gonna be impressed. I guarantee you're gonna be coming over to me and saying, Doug, you did good. This is gonna be an aesthetically pleasing, very functional gym.
Are we having a plaque for Howard Bowman?
Hell no.
Wait a minute.
Don't touch on that subject, Marcy. I've been here since the 70s. When I would go into the gym and ask me to help me with something, if I wasn't tall, blonde, and beautiful, he wouldn't even answer me.
Doug, first of all, we went through this before. Now, if you take a look at me, I'm not a young girl that's beautiful. And Howard, the first time I went into the gym, he said, Stuart, he introduced himself and he said, Stuart, you're doing this wrong, that wrong. And he spent about a half hour showing me. And I guarantee you, if we went through this whole place, originally when I moved in here, there were hardly any young people there. Forget about pretty girls. So he was there helping people.
Au contraire, Stuart, in the beginning.
Bullshit!
Bullshit? Stuart, you're using vulgarity in a public meeting?
What about boxing? What about the boxing?
We're now getting into a difference of opinion, has nothing to do with the meeting. Yes.
He's telling something that's absolutely not true.
Yes, but this is a difference of opinion.
Absolutely true, and he wasn't around in the 70s.
Okay, we're getting off the subject.
We're off the subject.
I think
Okay.
it's just 2.
No, I'm not responding to that.
Is there any other board?
Okay, there are 2 other questions, and it can't be about Howard Coleman.
Okay, Doug?
It's not about Howard.
George?
This is to the board. I think it would be silly not, if he's saying he can get the gym for whatever price, 30,000, even if it's 20,000, to not actually go to Howard Goldman's son, if Marcy thinks that's a good idea, if he could match the equipment and get it
Good
for
luck.
29,000 with doing everything else that he said, it would be ludicrous not to at least make a phone call.
Doug, keep in mind that he doesn't do flooring, he doesn't do lighting.
No,
We're
you-
He
talking
doesn't
about
do the gym.
equipment. We're
I'm
talking
not
about,
talking about, I'm
Just the
saying,
equipment in?
we're talking about equipment. He's not in the flooring business.
Call him up.
I know, I will,
I'll give
I
you the
will,
paperwork,
I
go
will
for
take
it.
care of it. Just
George?
give me a copy.
George has
No
been waiting
problem.
patiently.
All right.
Got it.
How many people go in the gym? Everybody here.
Halfway.
Plus nobody, okay?
I want to go in.
Plus nobody.
How many people go in the gym?
I live in this place. I go a couple of times to the gym. I use a treadmill. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something. That equipment is too old. It's complete obsolete. I'll tell you why. It's not coming from me. It's coming from my son. My son, he's 17 years old. He coming one day to over there. He was coming, he do a couple of exercises. He said, you want to say, looking, the crap you have here, I don't come back no more. Listen to me.
I did the
You
same
have to-
thing.
we have
I
to
had
thinking
take 2 of the
about-
memberships.
The young people, living these people, they need the gym in good shape. I'm agree with this. Thank you.
I think we have two. I think we have. You want to say something, Doug?
No.
Oh, I think we have 2 separate mentalities here. You know, one is Doug, which is looking for and understands top quality merchandise, and he's looking for that, and I think we have that with Terry too. He's in the training business, and they would like to have top quality stuff there. A lot of us, me included, I swim, and I use the gym for free weights or something like that. So it's not so important to me, okay? The only thing that might be good to me, since I'm an investor in the village, is like they say, if people take a tour, young people are going to know the difference. But I don't know if that's valid to spend $30,000 or not. I don't know. I can see both points of view without being nasty to one another. You know, that looks like a gym. You go and you bring your potential tenant and you show you have a legitimate gym, and they have their option. If that's not good enough for them, I belong to LA Fitness. I belong to 24-Hour Fitness. I belong to the Honolulu Club. I go to where satisfies me. It doesn't mean that the village has to pay for top quality, because top quality is expensive, you know. But if you feel that it's going to make it better to,
that's what happened.
then that's
in
worthwhile.
the previous condo that I lived in, they changed totally the gym amongst the renovations after Wilma, and they even took the walls out and put glass pane window, and it changed totally in the buying and selling.
Different customers, yeah.
It was amazing, because that's what the new generation, that's what they look for.
Along with that, they need to make that room bigger if they want to. You know, that's a small room. It depends on what you're looking for.
That's what I said. She said no.
I have a punching bag.
What's his name?
Can we have a motion to approve?
One last comment, and then we gotta take a motion.
Yeah, we have to move on. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm here a few months a year, but I'd like to know if we can have some equipment by the pool, because I use the pool and I'd like to have some equipment. No, the pool, like weights and stuff for the pool, if it's possible.
We can look at that. Mhm. Okay. We have before us,
Like a medicine ball, put the medicine ball out there.
Wait, I have no
the information on the gym,
Give me the copy.
and we're looking for a motion. There was two offers here. Right. One was between, up to $29,000, and the other one was up to $36,495.
And the 36
Okay.
didn't include.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Wait, can I?
Go ahead.
I thought I'm asking.
But those two offers were found by the same person, so, I mean.
No, there were two separate people that did these.
Can I
He said it
check with
was-
separate people?
No, but he
That
found
person is.
Well, yeah, he was doing the committee to find these people.
Michelle,
But no,
I'm
no committee, so
That's fine.
that's a little bizarre. Why not?
Why is that bizarre?
Because the
For
committee
obvious
didn't do it,
reasons.
you're the only one that
Doc,
did
if I
it.
have to answer that question, are you kidding me?
That's not what I'm saying.
Really? I'm just asking, I think the fact that this is even controversial is beyond me, that we can't ask Howard Golden's son if he could do better. It just seems.
That,
I'm,
Doug, right, Douglas Myers.
Okay.
I have why don't we approve the concept of doing that, allocating that amount of money, and then we can reprice, and then, you know, if somebody comes up with a better price, do it.
I don't have an issue with
The concept.
Okay.
I just have an issue, I wanna
Right.
make sure it's the best price. If it
Right.
turns out that that's the best price, I'm all for it. I think the gym is number
Okay.
one priority already.
We have a thing in front of us for Rowan Sterling, okay? And it includes everything up to totally between $27,120 to $29,000. That's including floor, painting,
The concept.
everything. What we would want is a motion to approve that amount,
Yes.
with the exception that we can compare it. I don't know, whoever wants to make the motion.
On each item, so anybody that can get a better price for that same type of.
For the exact same
Right.
items on this.
I'll make a motion.
Yes.
We go with $29,000. with the exception that Doug or I'll give Marcy the specs.
Yeah.
That's Howard's son, make a bid on it.
Right.
Now, if he beats the bid.
And maybe you know
give it to
someone
Howard's
else too.
son.
Right,
Right.
maybe you know someone.
Okay, so that would be the
Sure, on
motion.
the same equipment.
That's
Brand
my
new.
motion. 29,000 or less.
Yes.
to be
With
apples
the
to apples.
stipulation.
It has to be apples to
that we're still
apples.
Right,
open.
it has to be the same exact equipment, brand new,
With what time frame though?
not too much time. You should be able to do this within a couple of days.
It's gonna just take me
Well, how
to
many
the
days did it take you to do?
It-
A couple days? You just
No,
said.
no.
You just said you spent
I started,
leftover this
wait a
week,
minute.
2 weeks.
I
2
started
weeks.
as a complete greenhorn. I interviewed professional gym people. This is a professional gym
He's
person.
asking how long, Doug, not a story of your life.
How long do you want to give him? A week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Fine.
2 weeks.
Fine. 2 weeks, you got it.
That's reasonable.
All right.
And if the price does not come in lower with the exact same thing that's on here.
Right, and then
we'll
they
go
knock,
with this.
they knock that item out, that's all.
What makes anyone think that Ron, who's running a retail operation, is interested in getting
He might
into
not be, but why
construction?
not ask him?
But we'll ask.
I mean, it's
Jerry,
a
I'm just
completely
gonna
separate,
ask him.
completely separate
I know
business.
that. We'll ask.
One has nothing to
We'll
do
ask.
with another.
But it doesn't have to be him per se, it could be anyone. I'm just saying, for instance.
That's
I
based
think, I
upon
think
we're
we
gonna
ought to,
call it
we
the
owe
Goldman
Doug
Gym.
a thank you for
Doug, we gotta
putting
call it the Goldman Gym now.
all
Thank
his
you, Jerry.
effort into it and
Thank
trying to learn about it
And I'm
and
sure
get the
you're gonna
numbers.
find out.
And I think it's very nice of you to make that effort.
One of the reasons I think that Howard's son would be interested in it is because throughout the years, Howard, and I think Scott will back me up on this, whenever something was broken, Howard would call his son and we got wholesale prices through his son. So I think, I don't see his son objecting to making a shot at it. If he tells Marcy, I'm not interested, okay, we tried, nothing else we could do. But for years, and that's one of the reasons I think we should put a plaque up there, which is another issue, because for years he gave us wholesale price and we saved a fortune of money on it.
Crapola.
Hold on.
I have a compromise, we'll call it the Goldman Myers Gym.
There's a motion on the floor. There's a motion on the floor. Can I have a motion for this, please?
Stuart made the motion, I need a second.
Who's seconding it?
Doug Myers is seconding.
Okay.
Okay, does anyone object? Okay, the motion's passed.
Okay.
We gotta
on to
reopen this in 2 weeks.
That's fine.
Okay, the next item is the tennis courts.
I've had it. Thanks.
You've been working on this for 3.5 years.
It's been a very trying month. Now, obviously, this is an area somewhat of expertise. What I did here was, since even though I play tennis, I went on the internet, I went to some of the big clubs, and I asked them, you know, some of the clubs where I liked the work done, and I said, where do you get it? So, first thing, like I said, I went on Google, I went to some of the tennis clubs, I went to the Wellerby Sunrise Club. I don't know if anybody here has been there. It's right on Oakland, past Pine, and between Pine and Knob. Anyway, they have world-class tournaments there. Soderling won the tournament, so it's a beautiful place. Oh, you know what? I had the samples in my house. Forgot them. But okay. Anyway,
We know what it is.
this is what I was looking for when I picked the company. I was looking for, first and foremost, accountability. The person that I was going to be dealing with, I saw, I spoke to, and they were going to be directly accountable for the work that they did. I was also looking for someone that had a lot of experience, so I wanted to see the work that they did. I wanted to go to the various clubs where they installed tennis equipment. Third, I preferred them to be locally situated so that I wouldn't have to schlep out to Palm Beach. And you know, it would be a big thing. Sorry. The fourth thing was also a critical factor. They had to be competitively priced. And last but not least, as I found out when I called a lot of these companies, California, Kentucky, they ship the equipment, but they don't install. So I'm talking to someone over the phone, they haven't installed anything local, and they don't have professional installers. Now, to put this to put this in, you do need professional installers. And I'm sure George could do a very good job, but this is a very specialized kind of thing. And they want to have it so that if there's a hurricane, that it's put up in such a way that it's relatively easy to take down.
What
so
is
it's
it?
user-friendly.
What is it? What
Oh,
are
we're
you
talking
getting?
about windscreens for the tennis courts.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you, if you go by the tennis courts now, to me, it looks like a schoolyard, and it looks like a bare tree in autumn. You can see right through. It's pretty tacky, and it doesn't look good at
So it
all.
has nothing to do with the courts?
No,
It has
nothing to do
with
with the courts.
protection
We
of the
are going to
courts.
steam clean the courts and possibly do some other things in the future. But the first thing you look at when you pass by in your car, or you're actually on the court, even for players, I mean, people yelling in the streets, you need that privacy, and it does prevent the wind when it gets windy, and it's very aesthetically pleasing. That being said, and the things that I just mentioned, I found a place, it's called 10S. Pretty big company, they've done a lot of places around here. I met personally with the man, his name is Trimmer, for a couple of hours. He actually was a professional tennis player also. They're in Pompano, they're local. He kept his appointment, he gave me a lot of time, he showed me a lot of samples. I checked his prices out. They have a new material, it's green, because we have green courts. There was something a little more expensive, that black mesh, but in the heat, that needs, it's like a Ferrari. It might look better the first 6 months, but with the heat, it gets bubbles, and it's not as durable. It doesn't last. So there was a green durable that they're using all over in some of the best places right now, and I wanted to get 9 foot, because if you do that only 6 foot, it's kind of tacky looking. I looked at the difference. So you want to have,
9 foot.
yeah. So the 9 foot I got, the 9 foot was $7,741.93, and I got a comp. It's called Airflow, but they don't install. And they had a price of $72.84 without installation, and they're in Bradenton, so they're far, so they don't have an office.
Doug, I have one question.
Sure.
You said you were dealing with a fellow by the name of Trimmer,
That's correct.
but I look down here
Yeah.
and I see the sales rep is Ellen Smart.
Okay, Ellen is smart.
Do you have a
It's
picture of her?
relatively big, yeah. Trimmer is the sales rep who came to me, who actually takes the measurements and sees the quality of our fences. Now, on the first price I got, it had an optional installation disclaimer saying that the estimate does not include the removal or disposal of existing screens, fence repair, or the clearing of debris or foliage that may interfere with the installation. If any of the above mentioned items are necessary, please call for a revised estimate. I called and I spoke to Trevor and I said, does this price include? He says, well, your fences were in good shape, and he's there is no foliage, and this price is, so he took it off and gave me a new one, so it doesn't have that disclaimer. Ellen is like the head honcho in the office who types it up, but Trimmer is the field guy who reports back. He gives the prices. Yes, I'm sorry,
Do
John.
they have that
Yeah.
up at the place on Oakland Park that you mentioned?
The place they have in Oakland Park is, they have the black mesh, which is, like I said, it's a little bit thicker, but in the Florida sun, it needs to be replaced more often, and it's not as durable. Now, if we have a hurricane and we have to take it off, we could do one of two things. They have it here and here, and they roll it up to the middle. They don't roll it down, because if there's a flood, it'll get ruined. Now, the best thing to do, it's about $1,000 to install, about $965. If we really know there's a hurricane coming, thank you. If we really know there's a hurricane coming, I would take them off. We can roll it in the middle. They could get damaged a little bit, and I don't know, that's something for the board to decide then.
What do we have now?
Nothing.
We have something.
We have nothing.
Nothing?
Zero.
They used to be.
Used to be.
I remember
Right.
seeing.
Right, years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is what this is gonna accomplish. It's gonna be, first and foremost, aesthetically much nicer. It's gonna make the whole area look nice instead of like a junkyard. Number two, it's gonna be better for the village, I mean, for the players. you know, there's no people walking around. It does cut down on noise. It cuts down on, you know, sun. There'll be a shade area now.
Doug,
Yeah.
is that, I mean, I've seen them, they're gorgeous, it'll look like
Beautiful.
Wimbledon over there.
It's feel
But we're
like
not
nice.
calling it the Myers Courts.
Right. No, no problem. I don't play down there, the
Alright,
hardcore.
anybody else wanna say anything? Let's move on then, we'll have a motion to approve the 9-foot, 10 S tennis supply from Pompano Beach for the $7,741.95.
I make a motion to have these installed, the 9-foot green, they're green. All right.
Does anyone second that?
Yeah.
Does anyone object? Does anyone object? Motion's carried.
What a nice board tonight.
That's because they're being pictured.
The next item on the agenda is the fire alarm upgrade. Maureen?
Okay.
I'd like George to speak on this.
Yes, George, come up here.
Wake up, George.
Can you get a window cleaner to go around all the
Wait.
windows?
Well, hold on, excuse me for 1 moment, but I will be right back. We still have a bar.
Yes, that's a good one.
Okay.
The first thing I want to say is we had placed this on the agenda about a month and a half ago, and it was tabled. We all understand now why this is very important, and we're gonna let George expound on it.
All right,
Where's these?
we have a lot of problems with the system we have. With the armor protection, this was a long time use of this company with service to us. Really was bad service we have it. I have a lot of experience with this, and it's too expensive anytime they come for fixing anything happening in the village. One thing is we did ready in the Nottingham building. It was requesting for the fire department. Ask you one time we have fires, some problems in there. We have the inside in all buildings. When there happen fire, never the people hear anything for coming out. What's happened with Nottingham? One time we have this problem, and we have a ticket from the fire department. We don't have good system over there in the Nottingham. That's the way we chance complete for different company. He did perfect job over there. We don't have any problems. We spend money in the Nottingham. We did something in the in the Bordeaux building, and we did with the clubhouse. This company we have now, what I'm gonna tell you right now is complete. No attending. We had a lot of problems. In the last time we passed, we have problems in the Grenoble building. Same thing. And also I say anything coming for repairs, I will call you for fixing. They come in after 2 days, after 3 days. Sometimes they don't answer me. Right? Thank you.
Okay, well, we lost, oh, here she is.
Lorraine,
Yes,
we have two bids.
we do. That's what I was gonna get ready to explain.
Let me ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Who has is it one company that has the annual service contract for the village?
We have two.
Two?
We have two.
Okay.
And these are both, the two quotes that we have are from the two people that we have on property right now.
Are you the one that's still servicing other buildings?
Yes. Well, right now, we have armor protection on a lot of our buildings, but we also have Century Security. I believe Century does the clubhouse, the Nottingham, the Bordeaux, there's those three. Okay, and everything else is done by armor protection.
Yours doesn't work? Ours work. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say.
I don't wanna rub any salt in the wound, but the Bordeaux has the good one.
Because that Century is the one that upgraded those three buildings. At one point in time, I believe armor was everywhere, George?
Sorry?
Armor protection used to be everywhere, and then we upgraded the three with Century.
Yes.
Of the two prices, armor protection wants $34,953.50 per building to do the upgrades, where Century wants $31,300. Both of them are plus permits, of course. If we go with Century, their service calls are only $95, where we're paying over $100 with armor protection, if we can get a hold of them again to come out. So we are having a little bit of difficulty with armor protection. So, does anyone have any questions?
Do we get better service from Century?
Yeah.
George?
Yes.
Yes. And in my opinion, yes as well, but I just wanted to check with him Yes, Jerry?
I didn't understand, George. Did you say you were unhappy with the company that installed the system here?
No, no, the
I'm
armor
happy with
protection.
Old company. I'm
The
not
old
happy with
company.
old company.
Oh, I missed that.
I'm not happy with them. Long time ago with company. Only I know I'm not happy for. They no answer. They no comment.
But you're happy with
and
the current company, with Century?
Century.
Yes.
This cost
okay.
does not include permits, so in the